Brandy is going to be talking about the NASA Develop program. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the floor over to you, Brandy.
Awesome. Thank you, Keith, and hello, everyone. I'm very excited to be chatting with you all today and very excited to finally be in Idaho. It's a great place to be. So, great introduction. I'll be giving you all kind of a bird's eye view of the NASA Develop program, much like our Earth observing satellites give us a bird's eye view of the Earth. So before I get into it, I'd like to pose a question to the group. So if you could just put in the chat, what do you think when you think of NASA? Just drop a comment with the first thing that comes to mind. I'll give you about 30 seconds. Seeing moon landing, rockets, yeah, space station, aliens, ooh. Landsat, okay. Great. Well, thank you everyone for your participation. As I anticipated, some of the first things that come to mind are often things like moon landing, astronauts, rockets, etc., aliens even. But did you know that NASA also has a robust fleet of Earth observing satellites used to study our home planet? Here's an infographic depicting NASA's fleet of Earth observing satellites. They're essentially NASA's eyes in the sky that help us to paint a picture of the Earth. So the fleet includes a coordinated series of polar orbiting and low inclination satellites, as well as instruments on the International Space Station for long-term global observations. These are designed for various purposes relating to global monitoring, such as precipitation estimation, water quality assessment, land cover change analysis, air quality evaluation, and many other applications. And all of our projects at the NASA Develop program utilize data from NASA Earth observations. So now I'll give you a quick introduction to NASA's Earth Science Division, walk you through how the Develop program fits into the greater organization. So the largest umbrella that we have here is NASA's Earth Science Division, using the global vantage point of space through its fleet of Earth observing satellites to build fundamental scientific knowledge of the Earth and how it's changing. The Earth Science Division advances the understanding of the Earth as an integrated system with the goal of developing and testing applications that deliver direct societal benefits. The 5 lines of business under the Earth Science Division are technology, flight, research and analysis, data and computation, and applications. So zooming down a little bit further, we have the Applied Sciences program under the Earth Science Division umbrella, which focuses on harnessing Earth observations to find solutions to Earth's challenges. The Applied Sciences program works in a variety of thematic application areas, some of which can be seen on the right. And the 3 lines of business for the Applied Sciences program are engagement, thematic applications, and capacity building. So then we get down even further into the capacity building program, where the NASA Develop program lives alongside with ARSET and Surveyor. These programs provide individuals and institutions with training opportunities and collaborative projects to expand the use of Earth observations around the world, with a major focus on open data access and coordinating capacity building activities that focus on end user needs. So here's a quick overview of the 3 capacity building program elements. ARSET focuses on training. Surveyor is a partnership with NASA and USAID, among other technical organizations globally that focus on helping developing countries use satellite data to address critical challenges. And Develop focuses on short interdisciplinary feasibility studies that apply NASA Earth observations to various environmental issues around the world, with an emphasis on building capacity to use Earth observations in both our participants and partner organizations. So to kind of sum that up, I built this chart. Develop lives under NASA's Earth Science Division Applied Sciences Program Capacity Building Program. You are here. Great. So after all that, what is DEVELOP? NASA's DEVELOP program bridges the gap between NASA Earth science and society, with a focus on building capacity in both participants and partner organizations to prepare them to use remote sensing data to address environmental challenges. The DEVELOP program conducts 10-week interdisciplinary feasibility studies using NASA Earth observations to address the community concerns of our partner organizations. So some of the key ingredients here are our participants, NASA Earth observations, and engaged decision makers. So here's a map of our DEVELOP office locations. The locations listed in dark blue are hosted at NASA and NOAA centers, while locations in light blue are regional locations hosted out of universities. The DEVELOP program has been virtual since spring of 2020, but several of our locations have been returning to in-person operations this summer, including the Idaho Pocatello location highlighted in yellow on the map. Like Keith mentioned, DEVELOP's Idaho location is hosted out of Idaho State University's GIS Training and Research Center, and our projects are advised by none other than the great Keith Weber. So a little later in the presentation, I will highlight a couple of projects that we've worked on at the Idaho location in the last couple of years. So every year DEVELOP conducts over 50 projects that all share a few core characteristics. So they all apply NASA Earth observations. And we're assessing the feasibility to use Earth observation data to address real-world environmental challenges concerning communities. We seek to inform decision makers who are working in these communities. All of our projects are co-created directly with the partner organizations that we're working with, so that hopefully they can benefit from using NASA Earth observation to enhance their decision-making processes. The projects take 10 weeks. They're conducted 3 times a year in the spring, summer, and fall by small teams with diverse backgrounds. All of our projects create a consistent set of deliverables in addition to data and decision support tools, are guided by science advisors and mentors, and align with at least one of the 9 Applied Sciences Program's national application areas, including ecological forecasting, energy, agriculture, wildfires, disasters, health and air quality, climate, urban development, and water resources. So this summer, the Idaho location is conducting 1 wildfires project and 1 ecological forecasting project. Pretty much any organization can partner with the DEVELOP program, including state and local governments, federal agencies, tribal governments, nonprofits, for-profits, international orgs, academia, etc. We work directly with our partners to make sure that each project is tailored to their needs, and will help them make environmental decisions. Here you can see kind of a breakdown of the types of partners that we're currently working with this summer. At Idaho, we have a long-standing partnership with the Bureau of Land Management, and some groups that we've worked with in the past couple of years include National Park Service groups, the Forest Service, National Weather Service, Department of Fish and Wildlife. This summer, between our 2 projects that we're currently working on, we're working with folks out at Colorado National Monument, McInnes Canyon National Conservation Area, Idaho Department of Water Resources, Idaho Department of Lands, and Idaho's Office of Emergency Management. But we're always looking for new partners to work with. So if you have an idea for a project that could help your organization to use Earth observations to address an environmental challenge, we would love to hear from you and work with you. So I'll share some contact information, how you can get in touch with us so we can discuss your idea further. Maybe you aren't sold on the idea of using Earth observation data just yet. So here's some of the key benefits of using remote sensing data and geospatial analysis. The data can provide a bird's eye view of the Earth's surface right from your computer. You can collect info over huge areas across time. and monitor and understand changes over time. We have a huge archive of past data that's ready to be analyzed and applied to your area of interest. You can also integrate satellite data with field measurements for a more holistic understanding of the environment, visualize results in lots of different ways, maps, statistics, etc. But most importantly, NASA Earth observation data are free and open for everyone. So now I'll quickly highlight a couple of the projects that we've worked on at the Idaho location. Starting off with the Grand Teton Ecological Forecasting Project. Last fall, this team worked with partners at Grand Teton National Park, as well as members of the Teton Range Bighorn Sheep Working Group to assess forage change and winter habitat availability for high elevation wintering bighorn sheep to identify areas for intervention. These Teton bighorn sheep mostly eat grasses, rely on barren windswept patches during the winter, but due to climatic and habitat changes, their winter habitat and summer forage may be decreasing. So the team identified historic land and snow cover changes and forecasted these changes out to 2031 to help inform future habitat suitability trends. So Earth observation data from SRTM, MODIS, and Landsats were used in the analysis for this project. Some of the variables that they looked at were elevation, slope, aspect, solar radiation, snow cover, and land cover change. So I'm just going to breeze through these results. You can see some very cool maps of the study area, and this shows a change analysis that fed into determining 6 potential land cover transitions. So you can see the areas of predicted change in land cover depicted in red here. Similarly, potential for spring snow cover change is also depicted in red in these maps. And then this is forecasted potential for winter snow cover change. So habitat suitability is forecasted to change within the study area for bighorn sheep. And overall, the habitat suitability is expected to decrease slightly. This map shows areas with habitat suitability change of greater than about 40%, with the 2020 and 2031 habitat suitability maps kind of fed into this. Great, so in conclusion, land cover trends may not be favorable for bighorn sheep. Land cover change is trending away from the typical habitats that are suitable for sheep forage, and wildfires can drive land cover change in favor of bighorn sheep, which is very interesting. So we're seeing land and snow cover change happening at lower elevations, which will continue to exacerbate the loss of low elevation habitat for these sheep. Next up, we have the Southwest Water Resources Project, very different project. Last summer, the Southwest Water Resources team partnered with the Kaibab National Forest Range Management Program, Arizona Game and Fish Department, Diablo Trust, and Rocky Mountain Research Center to develop a tool for monitoring surface water extents of remote stock ponds in the southwestern United States. Once this tool is available for partners, we're hoping that it will aid in more cost-effective water management by reducing the amount of time that partners have to spend driving out to manually monitor these ponds for livestock. So partners were concerned about land and livestock management, food security, and ecosystem health, and the drivers behind those things. So the team sought to develop a more efficient method of monitoring these surface water extents, creating a time series of recent surface water, and to design a tool for monitoring these extents remotely in closer to real time than driving out to all of the different locations. Here's a kind of time series. I don't know if you're seeing the change. It was a GIF. Anyway, it's supposed to show some changes in surface water extent using several different water indices. And then we're hoping that the tool that the team created will allow end users to collect data about current surface water extents throughout the region and in specific grazing allotments, which should substantially reduce the time and cost required to monitor these stock ponds exclusively on the ground. Now, I would be remiss to end this talk without mentioning that Develop is currently accepting applications for the upcoming fall term. The participants who make up our teams come from a variety of backgrounds and include recent graduates, military personnel, students, as well as transitioning professionals. The advisors on our projects are typically NASA researchers or scientists from our host locations and partner organizations like Keith here at ISU. The decision makers that we work with come from a variety of jurisdictions, and some frequent partners include the Nature Conservancy, USGS, and the National Park Service. So to be eligible to participate in the Develop program, you must be 18 years or older and have a minimum 3.0 GPA to participate. That can be either cumulative or your most recent semester. A lot of times our applicants will be from STEM backgrounds, but that is not necessary. No experience is required, but a strong interest in GIS, remote sensing, and science is very important. We accept US citizens as well as foreign nationals with a few caveats. US citizenship is required to apply to our federal locations at NASA and NOAA centers. But our regional locations like Idaho and our other university locations don't require US citizenship. Foreign nationals need to be currently enrolled in or recently graduated from an accredited US school, and acceptances are conditional upon proof of a visa or approved CPT, OPT that will allow them to work within the US. We have 3 10-week terms per year in the spring, summer, and fall. So we accept applications 3 times a year, and note that participants who are currently in the program and would like to continue must reapply every term. You may be wondering what makes a successful developer, what we're looking for. We're looking for someone who embodies the core values of the program. These are collaboration, service, passion, and discovery. We want folks who work well on a team, are willing to learn, are flexible, and are hardworking and positive. So they should seek to be motivated and also seek to motivate others. Most importantly, our developers are passionate about the Earth and excited to grow their skill sets technically and professionally. Some of the benefits of the program are developing your scientific and technical skills through our feasibility studies, as well as personal and professional development and networking. So we have both in-person and virtual opportunities. They have a lot of things in common. They're all 10 weeks. You'll grow your technical and professional skills working on projects that use Earth observation data with your team, engage with a partner organization, etc. In-person opportunities may also provide the chance to engage with partners in person, go on field trips, and access to on-site resources, whereas our virtual opportunities are much more flexible geographically, as you can participate from anywhere. So if you are interested in applying, go to our website and you can check out our upcoming projects for the fall. Currently accepting applications until next Friday, June 24th. So get those applications in if you're interested. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about the application process. And also to note, it's never too early to start thinking about your plan for the spring. So I've also listed dates for the spring application cycle. we have social media. So if you want to check out what's going on at Develop, project archives and videos, check out our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And that's it. So thanks everyone for attending. We'll take questions now. If you have any questions about the program, you're welcome to visit the website. If you have ideas or for a project or would like to develop a project in partnership with the Idaho node, reach out to me and Keith. Our emails are listed on the slide. And we have a few current participants from the Develop program on the line who can also help to field questions at this time. Thanks.